People talk about failing fast all the time, but what does that actually look like to you? And how do you work through the pain of it?
Mm. I think you can make mistakes fast. I don't think you can recover fast.
Mm,
We live in an insta world, but you don't recover fast. It takes a second to cut your finger with a knife. It doesn't take a second for the wound to heal.
yeah.
It's just not the way nature works. It's not the way human beings work. I've shared the story. I've owned 47 businesses. 46 of them made money. That's a pretty good record. But the one that was a screw up, and it was a royal screw up, was when you were a kid. It took 6 hours to negotiate that deal. And it took 6 years for me to recover.
Wow.
And I lost not just my money, which was big. I lost momentum, which was big. The biggest thing I lost was my confidence.
Yeah.
And then I started to doubt everything I was doing. And so then it was like, okay, dig in. What am I supposed to learn? And because of that, the failing was fast. The recovery was slow. But in that recovery, I went to the school of Brian Buffini. And I said, okay, what is it in my nature that led to that? Well, it was a rapid decision. I like doing things fast. So I made a very rapid decision. I had had success after success. So I didn't have a plan. I had an idea. And an idea is not a strategy. The problem is I'd had ideas before, executed on them, and I'd won. Well, that reinforces bad behavior. And then the third thing, there was a couple of red lights, whether it be your mom was like, I'm not feeling this one. And I'm like, oh, no, no, let me show you the P&L. This will work. I had a couple other people who asked me questions, and I went, yeah, I'm fine. And it was a combination of my own arrogance, past history of winning, and then also I just wanted to do something because as an entrepreneur, sometimes starting something new is the juice. I did it at the peak of my career. I did it when everything was crushing. I did it when I was printing money. I had a great name. I had my customers flowing in the door, and I almost got bored with success. So I made a fast decision,
Huh.
quick deal, and it took me years to recover. It was very painful. But I'll say this, without that decision, Buffini and Company, no way it exists and no way it survives. If it had worked, I'd be the chairman of the largest misting company worldwide. I'd be providing cool misting at theme parks and ballparks and
That
all over
sounds
the
kind of
world.
fun.
Yeah, it would have been. Yeah, we were at SeaWorld. We were in NASCAR. We were at Major League Baseball arenas. And we were at every county fair in America. And that's cool. That was what it was. It was a cooling system. But um, I wouldn't be impacting improving the lives of 4 million people in 47 countries.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have built a sustainable business, a legacy business that'll live on after I do. So I failed fast for sure. I didn't recover fast.
Cool.
And I think that's the reason why most people don't risk, is because it does take just a few seconds to cut the finger. It does take a while to recover. And I think the fear of that is what makes people not take a risk in the first place.
So a lot of people are dealing with fear of failure while trying to provide for families.
Mm.
You had a family during this time
Yeah.
too. So how do you work through that while providing for a family?
Well, it was very helpful to have a supportive wife. And I don't know if I've shared this about your mom, but your mom was vehemently opposed to this idea.
Hmm.
We have always been in agreement with things and so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, she says, I'm going to trust you. I severely upended our finances. And I did it at a time right when we were at the end of this business mistake, the market went upside down. So all of the real estate holdings we had all of a sudden went from being in positive equity to kind of break even, or you couldn't get your money out of them. So the thing about your mom, and this is really the success story, you should be asked Mrs. B, is she never crucified me for it.
Mm.
She never brought it back up over and over again. And what she did was she didn't kill my spirit. And what a lot of people don't realize is that you have a spouse that makes a mistake and you grind them and grind them and grind them, you break their spirit. And what happened for me is it made a guy who was already driven, already ambitious, I am going to take care of this woman the rest of my natural born life. It made me more driven. I was almost like, I wish she would kind of give me a hard time, because the silence was almost more deafening. But I was like, I doubled my efforts. And that's why I said from that point on, your mama, whatever she wants, she gets.
That's awesome. What encouragement do you have to someone who's a spouse of someone who's working towards something to not kill their spirit and encourage them through the hard time?
I think the key is to not to speak to one another out of one another's fears.
Mm.
You know, if you're trying to do something, I think you can attest to this. The one thing you guys can say about me and your mom was we were always on the same team.
Yeah, always. All
Always on the same team.
yeah.
And then whether it was when it came to raising kids, when it came to she decided to homeschool you guys. I certainly wasn't on board with that, but I trusted her. And it got to the point later in life where if anything ever happened to your mom, I would have homeschooled you guys. Now it would have been chaotic,
Oh, that would have been a
disastrous.
time.
Man, we'd have had the smoke machine going in class every day. We'd have had the
Yeah.
mastermind music. You guys would have hated life. But we're a team. And I think shared goals, shared vision, on board together, and then you got to be willing to sacrifice for one another. And if there's a failure, it's a joint failure, and then you learn together. And then if you do it together, the recovery's twice as fast.
Mm,
The recovery's twice as fast, and the results will be U squared.
mm.
So when we got on the other side, that's right. You look at the life your mom and I lead. There's no way we thought we'd be where we are today and doing the things we're doing and in the position we're at. But we were on the same team. We had a shared vision, and we just got after it. We said, okay, this is the mistake we made. It was harder on me because I knew I had led us into that. Humble pie is the pastry that's never tasty, but it's probably the most nutrient-filled meal in the world.
Yeah. Do you see failure different now? So, like, before it would be crushing and humiliating maybe, but now you realize it's closer to your goal, like how you're closer to Buffco after Misty Mate.
Yeah, yes and no. So yes, 100%. You've got to be willing to try stuff. Here I am. I'm 58 years of age. We had 10 years of a super successful Brian Buffini show, and we've just started a brand new format. It'll rattle some people's cages, but I think ultimately people are going to love what we're doing. I'm pretty confident in that because we got a lot of feedback. As you get older, you do get a little more risk averse, and you should. When you're younger, you should be taking more risks, and you should be buying the growth stocks and doing those kinds of things. When you get a little older, you got to be a little wiser. Why? Because you don't have as much time to recover from the mistake. Now I'm 58. I'm not heading for the happy acres here anytime soon. But I'd say people in their 70s should be very risk adverse for the most part, except personal risk, which is, okay, I'm going to learn a new language. I'm going to learn to play an instrument. I'm going to take those kind of risks as opposed to risking their finances and risking their business in their 70s. So I think when you're young, you should go for it. Middle age, you're in the grinder with the kids. Boy, it's hard to go for it, but shared vision works. And then as you start to really find your footing, find your gifts, find your place in the world, then execute, experience mastery. And then at that stage of the game, take far more calculated risk and put more calculation into it. The older you get because you got less time to recover.
Yeah. Well, this is pretty awesome. I got to ask all my questions. Now it's
Okay.
time for someone else to ask theirs. Great job.
All right.